What's up, YouTube? Back at it again in the lab. Today I have a portable solar generator made by HowEasy. I've done another one of these on my channel. This one's a smaller one. And so far these things have had decent build quality. So let's go ahead and jump into this one. I'm not going to do the whole unboxing thing, as cool as it is, but I'll show you what's in the box, and that's about it. And then we'll jump into testing everything. If I have to charge it, I'll charge it. Then I'll slap it on my little test rig down here under the bench, and we'll see what she can and cannot do. Hopefully it's pretty good. Let's jump right into it. All right, I got everything out of the box. It's the box makes this thing look a hell of a lot bigger than it actually is. Does have a little display here. I haven't turned it on to see how much charge is in it. It's got a, of course, it's going to flicker on the camera, but that's a little LED light. Ooh, multiple brightness. You got your AC ports. You have a 3-prong and a 2-prong. Supposedly this thing is rated for 120 watts continuous and 150 peak. So, you know, charging a laptop or something like that with an AC adapter would work. A lot of your heavy devices not really going to be able to power anything pretty big, but charging a laptop, your phone, something like that, if you don't have a USB, which nowadays most people have USB in a brick. So I mean, this thing really, in actuality, if you wanted to power, you know, I don't know, a fan or something like that for a little while, I guess that'll work. But you have two 3.0 quick charge ports. You have Type C, I think is rated at 18 watts on that, and you have a 5-volt 2.4 and 2 DC ports. Most of the time with these DC ports, I hate to say it, they're 11 volts, something like that. So a lot of stuff that runs on 12 volts, you're already at the like bare minimum of what you have to use it for. So this thing would be perfect for taking, you know, and totally getting rid of these. You don't even need these. If you had, I would say you have more USB ports, more Type C, because I feel like things are going to go more Type C anyway. So let's get into testing the USB ports first, and then I'll slap it on the bench. Or first of all, I'll see if I got to charge it, and then I'll slap it on the little test bench down there, and put it on there a load and see how long it lasts. Let me see what the charge is first. Yeah, it's showing battery full. I don't know if you guys can see that because of the light. So it does have this neat little display, DC output. And you have AC output. And then you have, which I'm sure with DC output, that'll be the USB ports. So I already have this on over here. And let's see. Move this over here. Plug this bad boy in to one of these ports, which I can put this over here. And plug this thing in. Let's see what we got. Alright, so we have 5.11, 5.3, keeps moving around. I haven't really put a load on it yet, but let's see what she goes up to. Should be on. This is the 3.0 port. Oh, timed out. There's no load on it. So let's see. We'll creep her on up. Let's see what she cuts out at. Ooh. Turn that back on. Hit the reset button. I'll creep it up to 2 amps. Let's see. So 2 amps. 3.4, 0.7, 3 amps. You don't get that voltage drop like the other one, well, the cheaper ones. Okay, 3.5 about what we got. But let's see what she does on the AC side. And then, you know, I might do, instead of doing a capacity test down there, I might do the capacity test on this, just to get a true capacity rating on it. No. All right, I'm doing a little load test on it. So far, it's powering the light bulb pretty good. Let me go ahead and turn the oscilloscope on. See what we got with that. Ooh, definitely modified sine wave. So we'll auto set this bad boy. Yep, modified sine wave. So we're at 110 watts. So let's push it and see what we can get out of it. I'll creep it on up. Wow, okay. Okay. Whoop. Buggered out. Let me go ahead and turn it back down. Cuts it on pretty quick. 130. I'm going to do it again. Doesn't cut the fan on. Yeah, 175. 175. Handled it pretty good. So let's do a capacity test. I'm going to use the USB tester to see how much actual juice this bad boy actually has in it. So guys, I'll bring you back when I start that test. I'm going to charge this thing up since I just did a load test on it. Bring you back. So this is a prime example why I don't use the 12 volt circuits on these things, especially if you're powering, you know, crucial components. But you can see I'm in the DC. It's supposed to be rated at 12 volts at 10 amps. Look what the voltage is. And that's really why I don't test it, but I'm doing a capacity test, so it really doesn't matter. But yeah, 10 volts. A lot of your 12 volt components won't even work at that voltage. But there you go. There's the reason. So when you watch my videos, you see me not test these ports, and that's why. Yeah, you had 12 volt light or something like that, probably be okay, no problem. But and then I'm doing it because it's supposed to be 10 amps, and I got 6 right now, and I bet if I go any higher than that, it drops even more. But we'll see. The test is finally done. We ended up with 71 watt hours. So, you know, the efficiency of whatever converter they got in here ain't great. So, I mean, I think they rate this at 88 watt hours. I think it's on par. So we'll move on to tearing it apart. But I'm going to do that in the morning. I'll see you guys. Alright, it's morning. Time to take this bad boy apart. If I remember correctly, these have the triangle screws in it. Or bits, whatever you want to call it. From the last PAL key unit that I took apart. That's what I remember. So I grabbed the same one. We'll see. And it's tight. One down. I don't know what I'm going to do about this handle here. If I can get it off there without damaging it. And number 3 done. I'm like taking these things apart mainly because you get to see how different folks engineer certain things. Get this sticker off the back here or bottom here. Hopefully this doesn't avoid my warranty anyways. Probably does. Not that it's going back. Of course, you never win with the sticker. Come on. Just gonna go ahead and clean it all off. It's my luck, that'd be the one thing that holds me back from taking it apart. There's garbage. So let's see. Oh, okay. That came apart pretty easy. Like I said, I think this is gonna end up foobarring me up because of the handle. So we need to figure out how to get that apart first. Grab this here. Flathead. Oh. There was not much holding that on there. Okay. So that first time you drop this thing, you're gonna lose that. Because those things, this is the only thing that holds it in there, and hopefully you can see it. It's like a little cap. And it goes on either side. And then the handle comes off. Oh. Alright, so I don't know which side. I'm going to start with this side first. Well, let's see. Okay. That helped out a lot. There's the inverter, I believe. Let's see if I can plug this. One. And that, there's your battery. That's unplugged from the inverter. I'll lay everything out. Fan. And this appears to be a BMS down here. If you look down here, let me grab this other camera, I'll show you guys. There's the little BMS board right here. This. So I would like to see how this battery is wired up. Let's see. Whoops. Okay. So my best guess is 4P 3S. About 11 volts-ish. And that's for this front board here. These 4 wires come over here. And then you have the inverter circuit or board. And that thing is tiny. Which, I mean, this thing ain't very big anyways, but there's the fan. Also a little bugger. And then the charging port board right there. I think the battery is sealed up, but I'll come back to that. Let's see. Put that back on there. Get this thing out of here. Come here. Got it. I win. Alright, so all of these, like I said, I think this board over here, the smaller board, is definitely the BMS. I'll unplug that. Battery disconnected. It's 5. Keep the fan connected. Unplug this. Take that. Unplug this. But it's interesting. Instead of running one big wire or gauge wire, they run, appears to be 6 smaller wires to the inverter. And if you look, it's actually labeled AC down there to the inverter. And then it appears that you have, this is probably just for DC. That is primarily DC. And I guarantee you that 2 of these are ground and 2 of them are power. And then this is probably communication with that board. I'm interested. Okay, this is the screen down there. Screen's down there. But yeah, this thing is pretty neat. And here's your LED board right there, which I'm sure that'll pop out too. Or not. Weird screwed in there. Whatever. But yeah, this thing, for what space they had, they actually crammed a lot of stuff into this. Now making this pure sine wave would be a little difficult. You need another board. I believe the board that they use to make it pure sine wave is about the same size as this board right here. So I mean, I guess you could have done one like a little board right here, or this area right here. You could have put it. But I don't know. But for what it's rated for and what you're probably going to use it for, you're probably not going to need pure sine wave. You're not. I wouldn't think. Like let's just say you used a CPAP machine or something like that. I don't think. I mean, I would think they'd pull more than 120 watts. I think this is what this is rated for. So who knows? But let's take a look at the battery. So I got the battery here. Let's see. Let's confirm that it is 4P3S. They are 2,000 milliamp hour batteries. And from what I see here, That is definitely what it is. It's 4 in parallel, 3 in series. So 11, about 11 volts-ish. So if you look here, boom, and boom. And it's not a bad little pack. It's actually built pretty good. It's pretty solid. Oh, well, I just lied. That was probably my fault. Took these stickers are probably holding on there. But you have 3 power wires coming off into 3 different ports here, and then 3 coming off of this side. And that's how, and if you look here, that's probably for, on this end, it's probably for battery monitoring or the BMS. So I'm going to go ahead and slap these stickers on here before they stick to each other. Oh, they almost did. So, right here. So, go right here. What? Alright, so I got that put back together. Well, that's all this torn apart, but I'd like to see what kind of batteries these are and the amp rating on them. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and show you guys the number on that 1 pound, and then I'm gonna slap this thing back together, bring you guys back. Well, that's going to conclude teardown, testing and review of this HowEasy. I think the model number is H120. This thing, build quality, pretty good. It works as an inverter, so if you want to charge a laptop, small devices, the capacity really isn't up there, but for something like this, charging your phone or keeping it for charging your camera batteries or your phone, stuff like that would be perfect. You probably charge your phone with this probably 2 or 3 times, and so I mean this right here, keeping on a trip or if you're backpacking or something like that, would be pretty good, especially if you use your phone as your camera. So I kind of recommend this. This is perfect size, perfect weight, and as for build quality, it's pretty good. Other than the handle is what gets me. These little things right here, this thing is coming off. That's the first thing that's gonna pop off this thing. It is what it is, but there you go. And you guys enjoy your weekend. Like and subscribe. Later.